Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on September the 4th, 2019. Hong Kong's shares up on withdrawal extradition bill. Hong Kong's main benchmark Hang Seng Index surged more than 3% on Wednesday after media reported that city Chief Executive Carrie Lam plans to formally withdraw a controversial bill that would have allowed extraditions to China, which sparked 3 months of protest in the former British colony. Lam will officially withdraw the proposed extradition bill later on Wednesday, meeting of the protesters' key demands, local media reported, citing anonymous sources. Her move follows a weekend that saw some of the fiercest clashes between protesters and riot police. Overall, aggressive police tactics, threats by Beijing to deploy the People's Liberation Army, and sweeping arrests of pro-democracy figures have raised fears about Hong Kong's autonomy and political freedom and drawn international condemnation. Asian stocks rise following gains in China. Global stocks climbed following the firmer Chinese lead on Wednesday after data showed growth in the country's service sector accelerating despite broader economic headwinds. In the Europe and region, Euro Stoxx 50 futures surged 0.75%, Germany's DAX futures increased 0.75%, and Britain's FTSE futures advanced 0.5%. Meantime, the Shanghai Composite Index added 0.3%, while the blue-chip CSI 300 Index soared 0.25% after activity in China's service sector expanded at the fastest pace in 3 months in August, according to a business survey. South Korea's benchmark Kospi rose 0.4%, and Japan's Nikkei climbed 0.2%. Overall, MSCI's index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan was up 0.6%. Porsche presents its first electric car, Taycan. Porsche chose Niagara Falls, a Chinese wind farm and solar site in Germany, to unveil its first all-electric sports car. In this way, company underscoring the new Taycan's central role in turning parent Volkswagen AG into the world's leading seller of battery-powered vehicles. The Taycan, which expected to be priced at around $90,000, will be the flag carrier in Volkswagen's massive drive to unseat e-car pioneer Tesla Inc. The new electric vehicle from Porsche comes off on Wednesday at simultaneous events in its 3 biggest markets. The Taycan and the most market Volkswagen ID.3 will be on display at next week's Frankfurt Auto Show and are slated to start production later this year. Australia's growth marks slowest pace in a decade. Australia's economy grew at its slowest pace in a decade last quarter as cash-strapped consumers went on strike, an urgent argument for more monetary and fiscal stimulus. Country's gross domestic product climbed just 1.4% in the June quarter from a year earlier, data showed on Wednesday, marking the lowest level since the global financial crisis and well short of the 2.75% considered trend. The downbeat report poses a challenge for Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who won election in May, largely based on a pledge that growth would be stronger on his watch. Meantime, the Reserve Bank of Australia has called for fiscal action as it cut interest rates in both June and July to reach an historic low of 1%. The monetary easing has sparked as much-needed revival in house prices, but home construction remains stranded and consumer spending has yet to show any recovery.